You think they know our name?
Get her out of my face, Ryan. Get her out of my face. Get her out of my face. Because I want to sit next to Bree, but Kiara's trying to sit next to Bree.
Bree won't be sit side, so I'm going to sit next to Bree.
No, but Bree doesn't. There's 2 seats next to Bree. Wait, no. There's not. There's one, because Bree going to be right next to Coach B, and I'm going to be right next to Bree.
Yep. And it's going to be Coach, it's going to be Shatori.
Bree, you better,
Kiara.
Bree, you better pick me. Bree, who are you picking? I'm sitting on this end seat right here. Oh wait, I'll sit at the one next to it. It's my last selection show. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's just, this is such a fun time of the year to be with your team and to see when people come out and see all the support we have. I'm really excited just to see where we end up. Look who ended up next to Bree! Look who got next to Bree. I did.
Okay, I let Aisha sit here, but if I wanted to sit beside Bree, I would sit beside Bree.
How we all doing tonight? Hey, is there anything special going on tonight? Oh, it's a little social. Well, we hope that you were able to get some ice cream or maybe some Oreo pie for those of you. But we are really proud. I told the girls today, the women, that at practice, just how much we are thankful for everything that they've done, because without this, their play throughout the course of the season, we wouldn't be here tonight. So, absolutely. And I don't know about you, but I personally think we're playing some of our best basketball. So when you talk about, what you need to do every day, and I know we're locked in on the present in terms of just getting better every single day, every time we step out on the floor, and we're really proud of the fact to be able to host. So I know you guys are all going to go out and find a lot of great people to come out and support this team, and I know we've done a great job in terms of having one of the best venues to be able to host. So I know we're excited. Are you two excited?
Go Terps!
At our 2:15 game featuring Maryland at College Park on their home floor Saturday at 1:30 Eastern on ESPN2. Coming off back-to-back Final Four appearances for the first time in program history, they will take on Iona.
Yeah, this is kind of, a celebration tonight, with, our team, with all of our family and friends and all our supporters and rebounders that have been here with us day in and day out. So we definitely, we have a great time hosting and thanking our media and so many people involved, and and then it's turning your head to be prepared for that next step. Once they start the show and unveil the bracket, for us it's now ready to kind of close the chapter on conference play and winning the Big Ten tournament and regular season, and then getting ready for the big dance.
2 straight Final Fours and going for a third, that's quite a feat.
It really is, and really proud. Yeah, it's great that I think we've set the bar really high, where fans and everyone who supports us just come to expect certain things. But I also never want people to lose perspective of one, how hard it is to make the tournament. Second, how hard it is to consistently play at a really high level when you've gone back-to-back Final Fours. So nothing's given. You have to work for everything in order to be able to become one of the last 4 teams out of the 300 plus teams that are out there. I mean, there's a lot of work that you have to put in to to be that team that advances and moves on.
We're gonna fail loud.
I mean, I couldn't believe it, yet I could believe it out of Melina that her main concern from the bracket was knowing that we were going to be playing on Monday, the missed lab that she was going to have. But as a senior, she knows she'll get through it all, and she'll be just fine. She's already thinking about lab.
Okay, personally, what do you think that you could bring to the team for us to win the Natty?
Defense. That's what I need to do to help us get to the Natty. And I also need to stay in y'all ear and tell y'all to be great and to hold me down and to not let me lose.
Thank you, Chloe.
I'd say when it comes to March, you don't really think about the grind as much, because it's coming down to your last couple games. Especially me as a senior, I'm not more so worried about being tired. I'm making sure that I'm doing recovery and that I'm ready to keep playing all of these games. And like I said, nothing's promised, and March is the best time of the year because this is how hard and what you've worked for this whole season. So right now we're getting ready to go into the equipment room, and my buddy Jim thinks we're going to be interviewing for Under the Shell, but in all reality, it's a Chloe's Corner segment. So we'll see his reaction. Stay tuned.
Oh, it's your thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if he's going to do the interview anymore now. Oh, so, Jim, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Maryland.
I'm Jim Knight. This is my 11th year here at Maryland. I oversee field hockey, women's lacrosse, women's basketball for you, and men's and women's golf. I've been in the profession for about 32 plus years right now. So equipment management, I guess, is my middle name.
And you're also, fun fact, one of the only ones that's still with Brenda since her 06 championship, correct?
That was my first year here at Maryland, and ever since I've been with Brenda. So I've seen all the athletes that have come and gone here, all the ups and downs. It's really been a great ride to be with Brenda's program. It really, really has. And I've been really fortunate that especially the women's sports I've had have done tremendous of all the ACC, Big Ten championships, national championships. It's just been, I've been a very lucky and I guess blessed person to be here. Well, I think the best memory I had is, and some people will contest this, I know that the national championship was really a lot of fun in Boston, but I thought our game against Louisville 2 years ago, I mean, all you had is a sea of red, and it's all these Louisville people, and we were in there and we beat them. And I mean, it was just the electricity in that building was absolutely amazing. That was a game I'll never forget.
And if you had to say, just about how many shoes do you think one accumulates over 4 years for women's basketball?
12. I would say about 30 pair of shoes, easily. And there are certain people in the locker room that do have about 30 pair sitting in the locker room. Plenty. You have to go look at Chloe's Corner, because that says it all.
Jim is in charge of our equipment. He makes sure we have our headbands, our socks, shoes in the right size, everything you can think of. Jim takes care of that for us. Jim, you the bomb!
Bomb it, you.
No, Tierney's in person. I was looking for the
Jim is just ultimately the best ever. He always makes me smile. I love when I come to get my gear and his door's open and I get to go say hi. Thank you. And he has been the best ever since I've been here.
At least I think so.
We're actually going to be remodeling this year. And then over here, in my little world, is women's basketball. And we have all of our uniforms ready to go. Under Armour has really developed themselves in a very quick turnover in time. I think it's even quicker than when I look back 20 years ago with Nike and when they were getting into what we call team sports. Under Armour, I think, has surpassed that level much quicker than even Nike did. They're always learning. They're always innovating. We have been very fortunate to be on that cutting edge, being only 30 miles down the road from them, that we can have direct talks with them. They have been really, really great to work with. So it's just a win-win situation.
Jim, you can probably attest to this.
Yeah.
One of my my first summer here, once I found out we had like laundry and you guys did laundry, I put like jeans, regular clothes and everything, and Jim brought me into his office one day.
Yes, I did. I brought you in the office, and it's a no-no because I'm not your mother or your father. I'm not your maid. I'm only taking care of what you need. And there's always a couple of athletes that we have that wants to kind of sneak in all that extra clothes. But you did a good job.
Yes, and I learned very quickly once they didn't come back to never do it again.
That's right. We take them off the laundry hook and they go to the side. This is Chloe's Corner. It's always a little bit of a mess, but shh, don't tell her.
And just tell us, what do you think is the best part of your job?
It is, in all my years, it's the student, not just the student athlete, but the student. And they have kept me young. They're fun, they're dynamic. University of Maryland, I've been to many other locations in my life. University of Maryland has really been a special place for me because of people like this sports reporter. They bring youthfulness. They bring a sense of that, you know, there is hope for what we do in our world today. And that one of the parts we do here at Maryland is that we want our young adults to go out to become better citizens in that global world we're in. And I really think we do that. It's just not a bunch of hype or put words on paper. It really is. From when you were a little peepsqueak there, you know? And now look we got 3 people on our team that are gonna be doctors. I got someone here that wants to be in sports media. I mean, it is a fantastic run. And you know, it's just not all about the sport. It's about how you guys want to develop. And I thoroughly love it. And I love doing it every day. And that's what we do.
Okay, now, you have to understand every single opportunity that we're given, that you take us on, every game we get to play in this tournament, 2 things have to be evident. Okay, 2 things have to be evident. Our passion and our pride. And we talked about going into this season, our theme going into this season was pride, right? Our theme was pride, and we have worked on that relentlessly all season long. Don't forget what that's about, all right? You have spent the time to be prepared for this moment. All those things that we've prepared for during the season is for this moment through the NCAA tournament. You guys are going to be great, all right? You're going to be great. All you have to do is continue to be you. You go out, all right? You go out, you play Maryland basketball. Maryland basketball, we defend, we rebound, we run, and let's go have a ton of fun today. Here we go.
And play hard on 2, 1, 2, 3. Play hard!
This Maryland team is experienced back-to-back Final Four appearances. And keep in mind, this team only lost to UConn by 10 back in December. So, yes, they do think they can compete. Yes, they do think they can win it all.
Confroy for 3. Count it. Maryland remains perfect from the field, 6 for 6.
It's always good to play at home, you know, with the home crowd and just being able to play in front of our fans one last time. You know, today coming out, it's a little slow, 2 weeks off, a little rust, but other than that, you know, it's great to be able to have home court advantage and to be able to play on your home floor during March. You know, March, anything can happen. All the teams that are in it don't want to end their season, so just with the quick turnarounds, you know, watching film and watching scout on your own is very important during these times, and just, you know, locking in and paying attention and practice and for the 2 days that we have, and whatever comes about, comes about. But in terms of March, you know, like I said, anything can happen.
Obviously, we were really excited to get started. It's felt like a long stretch of time for us since the Big Ten tournament, and watching all the other NCAA teams play on the men's and women's side. So, you know, I thought we came out, we shot the ball extremely well early. You know, I thought Iona came out and had nothing to lose, played hard for 40 minutes, shot the 3, shot a lot of them 33s, and you know, but I thought our experience and our veteran leadership really led us through this game. I mean, we never take it for granted, you know, earning that seed, to have the right to host at home in front of our phenomenal fans. We had, you know, one of the best sights when you talk about how our fans came out to, you know, really be behind this team. And so, you know, we're excited to be able to have a second game here at home, and for the last opportunity for our fans to come into Xfinity and support this team.
Big matchup for both of these teams. Maryland with aspirations of getting back to the Final Four for the 3rd straight year. Washington happy to survive this far.
you see Pavlik get going with the 3-ball.
Beautiful ball rotation, and Confroy on the baseline connects. A corner triple, and Maryland out to an early 8-2 lead.
She's a shooter, Roy.
Outside now to Mosley. Terps back to work. Confroy drains another shot from bonus land. Maryland just 1 3-pointer. The lead is 5 for the Huskies. And now make it 3. Mosley with a bounce intercept. Spots Howard down low. Outside Walton, that's her spot for 3. And here's Renee Mosley. Elbow jumper. Needed that one, and she got it. Mosley. Off the glass, 0.9 seconds remaining. And that'll do it. The Washington Huskies, for the first time since 2001. Headed to the Sweet
16. Seniors, I love y'all. Y'all have come a long way. And this hurt. This is hard. This is hard. But I love y'all. The rest of y'all, stay together. Okay? Stay together. Don't let anybody come in between y'all. Okay? Use this as motivation.
I think a couple points, and then I want to address the seniors, all right, that I'll make real quick. And when we go to the media, all right, sometimes, it's not your night, all right? Better team won tonight. I thought a lesson for us, for the returners to be able to learn, is we played not to lose tonight. We played not to lose tonight. And I think if there's anything as a basketball player that we can take away from that, that's a sick feeling when you play 40 minutes in a game and you play the game not to lose. Because you're going to see the end result. But, seniors, I know, you didn't want it to end here, okay? But, hell of a career, right? Think about it, all right? You've had 8 losses here in Xfinity in 4 years, 2 a year. Okay, so if I'm an underclassman, when you talk about this senior class and how they're walking away out of here as winners, you came in, you established the work ethic in here, going out as one of the winningest classes in the history of our program, and you got nothing to be afraid to be upset about. And for the returners, man, if this doesn't fuel you and understand, there's no guarantees. Okay, when you talk about, all of a sudden everybody thinks everything's automatic. Oh, you're going to go back to Final Fours. You're going to win this. Nothing is ever given to you. Nothing, because the game is that fragile. I want to thank all of you guys for your commitment and your dedication. 4 years, 5 years, on and off the court, everything. When you hang up that jersey for the last time, guys, you left everything in it. You should be very proud, all right? Be proud of the memories that you made for this program and the mark that you left for this program, all right? And finally, I'll say, seniors, man, your futures are incredibly bright, so don't fear it. You 4 are winners in terms of your work. Your futures are incredibly bright with what's out ahead. Okay, so understand your family here is always going to have you here, and your futures, you guys are winners through and through.
Yeah, it was a really hard game, but the crazy thing is, even though when we were down, I never thought that we were going to lose. When Shatori hit back-to-back threes, I was like, okay, that's all we needed. We're going to win. But going into the game, there's no doubt in my mind. Tonight was their night. It wasn't our night. And it hurts because you kind of have it made up in your mind, even though Coach B always says there's nothing promised, but kind of have it made up in your mind, yeah, we're going to get back to the Final Four. Yeah, we're going to get to the national championship game. Yeah, we're going to win it all. That's what I've truly believed this whole season. And I'm not sad that it's my last game. I'm more so sad that this is the last time I get to play with my teammates.
You know, we went on an amazing journey the last 4 years together, just being able to accomplish what we accomplished and overcome what we overcame, and to be able to be the last 4 teams standing in the last 2 years and just experience what the NCAA is like. I mean, it is a blessing. Not too many people get to experience this run, and their season ended a couple weeks ago. So just be able to go through this with the sisters that we've created in this locker room and, you know, to overcome everything throughout the year, it's an incredible feeling.
Never would have seen myself here. I can say that. I mean, I dreamed of days like this and a lot of hard work. So to be in this position has just been amazing for me. It's been fun. You know, I thank God because He gets all the glory for all of this. I couldn't. He's brought me through a lot of tough times, and to be here and be able to have my name next to Maryland is just a blessing. I think everyone wants to look at the wins and losses, but to see how much I've developed as a woman since I've been here, I know for a fact I'm walking out of this locker room a winner. I left my heart in this place, so I can't really, there's nothing much more I can say, but just knowing that I can walk out of here, you know, and take off my jersey and know that I've put my whole heart and every fiber of my being into this place. Family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Family.